Continuing from the first part, we will start by attaching the piston. The genuine stop ring was solid, but the Charmo bore-up kit stop ring felt unreliable. Easily enter with the power of your fingers. Pay attention to the direction when installing the piston. Since the arrow is written on the piston, install it so that the direction of the arrow faces the exhaust side and the chamber. The direction of the stop ring is adjusted because it must never come off. Remove the old gasket before installing the cylinder. The Charmo bore-up kit includes 0.3 mm, 0.5 mm, and 0.8 mm gaskets. I can't calculate the compression ratio, so I looked for information on the internet and decided to install a 0.8 mm gasket. The Charmo bore-up kit does not include a dedicated cylinder head. Use a genuine cylinder head. If it is true, the squish area will be increased by increasing the bore diameter, and the compression ratio will also increase, so the thickness of the gasket must be considered properly. Apply 2-cycle oil everywhere on the piston. Install the cylinders so that the pin comes to the center of the end gap of the piston ring. Then, install the cylinders so that it does not slip. Since the cylinder entrance is tapered, it can be easily inserted by pushing it vertically. Put the clutch in second speed, move the vehicle back and forth to move the piston up and down, center it and tighten the cylinder with a nut. I tighten it on the diagonal, but I moved it several times along the way. Since the work was done without lowering the engine, the work range was narrow and the torque wrench could not be entered, so the torque was not managed. I tightened up with an ordinary wrench. By default, this nut is tightened to 30 Nm. Put the O-ring here. Install the cylinder head. Again, tighten the bolts diagonally. The tightening torque of the cylinder head is 30 Nm. Also put an O-ring here and attach the head cover. The tightening torque of the head cover is 10 Nm. Tighten the spark plug, install the cooling water hose, and tighten the hose clamp. Attach the plug cord and attach the thermostat. Install the carburetor. The carburetor is stopped by a hose clamp at the joint between the intake manifold and the air cleaner. Connect the hose from the oil pump to the carburetor. If you don't mix two-stroke oil with gasoline, forgetting this will burn the engine. The carburetor was set to the main jet number 135, the slow jet number 59, and the needle to the second level from the top. With this setting, the torque increased throughout the rotation and resulted in strong acceleration, but my RS chamber was still genuine, not changed to an external product, and did not grow much over 10,000 revolutions. I want to improve little by little. I installed an air cleaner, but forgot to attach this part. Attach the fuel hose and negative pressure hose, and insert the air filter into the air cleaner. Install rave. The Charmo bore-up kit comes with a thick gasket. This seems to be a spacer. I tried to tentatively assemble without this spacer, but the rave blade and the piston interfered. Attach the battery case and place the battery. The battery is fixed so as to be sandwiched between cooling water tanks. Add cooling water. The chamber and gasoline tank were replaced and the engine started. The engine started. There was no unusual noise. I was very excited because it was the first experience for an inexperienced amateur. After this, I ran about 1,000 kilometers, but it is in good condition. Thank you very much for looking so far. I will continue to post videos of parts exchanges.